Hey hockey players, it's Coach John, director of the Chicago Horned Frogs, playing out of Chicago Park District's Morgan Park Sports Center at 115th and Western. In this week's virtual session, we'll continue to go over defensive zone positioning and work on the last position that we need to talk about in the defensive zone, and that position is center. The position of center is arguably the hardest position you can play on the ice, as you're expected to cover just about all 200 feet of the ice in the zone. The center has a few different responsibilities. First, he wants to defend the slot in the defensive zone and help the defenseman out, generally staying within about one stick length of any offensive player that's not covered. In addition to that, if a wing peels off or gets out of position, he may have to go and help out and help cover an area for the wings. Finally, the center is expected to take all faceoffs. Let's look a little more closely at the area that the center has to cover in his zone. So the center is expected to cover these areas here on the ice, which kind of makes up the gap for where the wings are at, because again, you got a wing here, you got a wing here, you got a defenseman here, and a defenseman here. So your center is going to be there. So again here, let's look real quickly at this area that we call the slot. We know that the defenseman, depending on where the puck is at, is going to come up here and help cover the slot, but the center is also going to be here to help cover the slot and help his defensive partner. If a center is set up down here in the slot, again, we talked about them kind of trying to help out and cover all over the ice. So if a defenseman is here and a defenseman is here, and we've got, again, a wing here and a wing there, and maybe the puck squirts here, the wing might come down low. So at that point there, your center might kind of move up into this area here, because this is still his area, to try and make sure that the defenseman from the other team is covered. As you can see, just based on what we talked about, the center really does have a lot of different responsibilities. He's got that center part of the ice like we talked about, and he's going to be moving around here and trying to cover open men. Obviously, again, as the puck gets broken out, you're usually going to go up the wall generally in a basic breakout, so the defenseman might bring the puck up here to the wing. The center is going to skate out as well, and maybe try to get the puck passed to him. Maybe he hangs back and supports. It just depends on the situation, and obviously a center really has to read and react on the ice and understand the position well. So while that area on the ice that the center has to cover in the defensive zone is obviously smaller in a lot of ways than his other teammates on the ice, he still has the most difficult job because he does have to cover that much more area. The center's got to have pretty good conditioning and stamina, and has to be able to get up and down the ice rather quickly. If you're not sure about playing center, here are some of the players that you guys probably know. I'll just read off some names real quickly. Taze, Stamkos, Crosby, McDavid, all those players play center. Guys that I watched growing up that you guys might know: Gretzky, Lemieux, Roenick, Yzerman, Messier. So again, it's really important to understand the game and understand where you need to be on the ice. Next week, we're going to start working on offensive zone positioning, and we'll start again with the defenseman and work our way to wings and then center. This concludes our virtual session this week. Any questions or comments should be directed to virtualfitness@mcfetridgesportscenter.net. Be sure to follow us on Facebook to be the first to know about news, promos, and upcoming contests. Thanks for watching, and stay healthy, guys.